Hey there, good morning, intuitive wealth leaders. I'm so sorry. I'm getting on late this morning. I totally lost track of time. We have multiple things going on with putting a property under contract, we're rehabbing a mobile home, we're trying to get our own house ready for selling, and we need to get it in a place where we can take some pictures. So, uh, all of this going on, and I lost track of time this morning. So I apologize. We're getting on now. Oh, and I was also on a Zoom this morning that started at 8. So I may get back on that uh, after I get off here. So, how are we today? Hopefully, all doing well. And I am, like I said, been super busy, which is a good thing to be busy when we are investing and getting things done. So, I'm Angel. I'm here with Intuitive Wealth Leaders, which is our community of individuals who want to grow internal and external wealth. So, my uh, my expertise really is that internal wealth piece, being a coach, a business coach, mindset coach, leadership coach. But I also have my real estate business in which we are looking to build wealth with that mechanism. And last week we talked about the four quadrants and how what the quadrants are, and uh, how we may all fall into those quadrants. And so today I'm just going to kind of talk about, since I'm right in the middle of all of this stuff, all of this stuff going on, overwhelming. Tomorrow's our son's birthday. My daughter's here from Portland. Her grandma on her dad's side just died last week. We're doing all of this stuff with our business, trying to get stuff done, and how overwhelming all of that can feel. And ultimately, how to deal with it, or how I deal with it sometimes. So I've spoken a little bit about my mornings, and this morning I actually didn't do my meditation, which I was just thinking about that, thinking, gosh, I got to 10 o'clock and I haven't done my meditation yet. So normally my mornings are started out with getting myself up, washing my face, kind of this routine for me to get myself awake, and then going out and doing a 5-minute meditation, listening to some daily, either a part of my Audible book or some daily tips and tricks, things that are helpful. And so that's how I start my day. And today I was just, I guess, so overwhelmed that I totally missed the way that I start my day. And so, how do you deal with things when you get so overwhelmed and you have so many things coming at you, and all these, I'm going to call them competing priorities. So, for us, our mobile home deal is not more important than our contract, our house that we are under contract for, nor our personal home. All of these things are important and need to get done. So when you have so many things going on and you're feeling overwhelmed, what are some things, some tools and tricks that you can use to manage that? And one of the things I do is, it's going to sound really silly, but just make a list. Make a list of the things that you need to do so they're not like swirling in your head. Because if you're like me, they swirl in your head and then you're overthinking them, and then it just stresses you out, and then you don't get anything done. So writing them down, uh, so that you know what are all the things that need to get done, and then identifying, what's the end goal timeline for that for each one of those. Like if it is uh, getting our house ready for the market. If we're going to have somebody come over and take pictures on Tuesday, then I need a timeline that is between now and Tuesday. What are all the things that I need to get done? And those need to be on my list. So uh, write everything down so that you have it in a nice place and you can then start crossing it off the list. Because that does two things. One, actually, three things. It does three things. So it helps you organize yourself into uh, a process that is going to be helpful for you to actually get things done. And it also helps you alleviate your brain stress from having to think and think and think and think about all of these things that you need to do. Because if you write them down on paper, you're not constantly thinking about them because you know they're in a safe place, you know where they are, and you can stop thinking about them. And when you do them, then you can cross them off the list. And that's the third benefit to writing things down is one, you organize, two, you relieve your mind of all of that whirlwind going on in your head of overthinking and thinking about things and constantly role playing things in your head that you don't need to be role playing. But finally, it's actually self satisfying to cross those things off the list and to see that you've actually got something done. So the list serves those three purposes. And so that's where I start. And that's where I'm starting today is kind of what's on my list and what are the things that I need to get done today versus tomorrow versus Monday. And so that's going to help me get myself organized, get myself out of my head, and focused on what I need to be getting done. So I want to encourage you to try this because I have been around a lot of people in my time and have always been amazed at how some really cannot multitask in the right way. And I'm going to say right out loud, multitasking is not great. It doesn't really serve people well or serve quality for us and the products that we're putting out or the things that we're doing or whatever it is. But being able to prioritize your tasks and multitask is worthwhile because you can actually chunk out some focused time for each of those multi different tasks. So here's my time for what I need to be doing on the rehab trailer. Here's what I need to be doing on the house that I just got under contract. Here is what I need to be doing for my own house to get it cleaned out and ready for pictures on Tuesday. So rather than thinking about all of those things at the same time, which is multitasking and doing all of different things at the same time, chunk some time. So this morning, I'm going to focus on, as soon as I get off here, finishing up, I guess, going through the house and getting it all picked up and all cleaned and get stuff out of the way, get stuff out into the storage container, get it picked up, cleaned up, put some stuff probably back in the cabinets that I've pulled out to organize them. And then once I've done that, then I can move to the next thing. So this afternoon, maybe sitting down and focusing on getting my stuff ready for my next steps with what I'm going to do with the house that I have under contract. I need to follow up with that seller because she's a bit stressed about the whole process and just make sure things are going okay there and there's not anything that I need to do. So chunking out that time and focusing on my house, rehab house, mobile home, all at different, in different chunks of time so that those aren't competing with each other within that chunk of time. So I know this is really hard sometimes when you're working on something and you're trying to focus and something flashes into your head of, oh, I got to do this. Well, write it down and make a to-do list. And then when you're done with your time block, then go back to that to-do list and prioritize those things that you wrote down that flashed into your head, because you need to, if it's something that you need to do, that'll take less than a couple of minutes, go ahead and do it and get it done. So, oh my gosh, I forgot to pay the insurance. So I write it down and I then continue to focus on what it is that I'm currently working on. But then when I'm done with that time block, come over here and look at my list of, oh, I remembered I need to pay the insurance. I need to call Evergy and have them turn off the electric on Tuesday for a rehab house that we sold. And so those things that flew into my head, wrote them down, and then take care of them. Both of those things are things that I could probably, well, maybe get done in 2 minutes or less. If they can't be done 2 minutes or less, then put them on a schedule, put them on an action plan, or put them on a schedule, put them on your calendar, put them in, your Google Tasks, your Asana, whatever it is that you use to organize your tasks, even if it's a spreadsheet or the list itself. So um, you can, it doesn't have to be a fancy app or anything that you use. You can just do it on paper if that's what works for you. So uh, I hope that you all are uh, feeling like you're making some progress um, towards your wealth building. And I hope that you will join me here every Saturday. I'm going to cut it really short today just because of all the things that I have going on. And I probably wasn't as prepared as I needed to be totally transparent, because I actually forgot it was Saturday. So I yeah, I forgot about you. So I apologize for that. And next week, I will be back, same time, same place. And if there is anything that you want to learn about or talk about related to wealth or leadership, let me know. I'm trying to keep putting out resources out on the Facebook group, and I'll be sending out my newsletter here this week, hopefully. And I will stay in touch with you all. So you all know how to find me. And I hope you have a great Saturday and a great